Joining me now is TRS Working President K.T. Rama Rao. Sir, you're drawing huge crowds. The resound is TRS confident of an encore in the GHMC election?
Well, the last 6 years of Telangana, there must have been 10 or 12 elections held of at various levels, parliament to panchayat to local bodies. We've won almost all of them. So this time, I believe people of Hyderabad will bless us again.
How many seats?
Absolute majority for sure. And last time when I said 100, nobody believed me. We won 99. So this time when I tell you it's an absolute majority, you better believe it.
Union Minister Smriti Irani was here. She was campaigning earlier today. She said that the MIM, along with your party, is sheltering refugees in Old City. How do you counter that?
Well, let me remind Mrs. Irani that this is a local body election. Let's talk about local issues. Let's talk about what BJP government has done for Hyderabad in the last 6 years. I have been alleging, I have been saying for the last 10 days or so, that not a single rupee has been granted by Government of India. Let Mrs. Irani, who is a cabinet minister in Prime Minister Modi's cabinet, let her answer that charge. And because she has to understand one thing, she's a very well-educated person, she speaks very well. But Mrs. Irani also getting carried by this propaganda of hatred, this primordial emotions that they want to stoke just to get a few votes and seats is absolutely reprehensible in a local body election such as this.
Mr. Tejaswi Surya also, who had a very charged campaign here in the city, we saw, he said that the TRS is running a private company in the name of democracy in Telangana.
Well, Mr. Surya can say whatever he wants to say. I think he's an MP from Bangalore, if I remember correctly. There are a hell lot of issues in Bangalore that he has to take care of. I think he's better off in Bangalore, not in Hyderabad. There are capable people who can run Hyderabad. Whether or not he likes it, we are all democratically elected. So if he has a problem, then he can go to the people and complain about it, because I'm a democratically elected person by the people. So whatever problems he has with that, he can take it up in a democracy with the media, with the people, and let the people decide.
The charges against your party is that during the floods, which became a big issue and is a poll plank, TRS failed at governance, TRS failed at distributing the flood relief fund, and now they are saying... Says the BJP.
Exactly. Says the party which has not granted even a single paisa for flood relief. In Karnataka floods happen, you give money on the fourth day, 669 crores. Gujarat floods happen, you give money on the second day, 500 crores. It's been 8 weeks. Why this stepmotherly treatment to Telangana and Hyderabad? Are we not part of the Indian Union? Is Mr. Modi not the Prime Minister of Telangana and Hyderabad? So this stepmotherly treatment on one hand, and then accuse TRS of... See, it's easy to punch holes when somebody is working and somebody is helping. It's not easy to actually deliver, and it's not easy to actually, do something concrete. Unfortunately, my friends in BJP specialize in jumlas and bluffing, and that's why I call it bluff jumla party is what I call it.
During 2018 assembly elections, Mr. KCR said that MIM and TRS are friendly parties. What has changed?
Well, we are also friends with BJP. Let me remind you, GST, demonetization, President election, Vice President election, we supported them. We were very friendly. So, would you call me an ally of BJP? No. Same is the case here. MIM has been supporting on several issues in the government, in the assembly here. That's all there is to it. We don't contest elections together. We compete against each other. In fact, let me remind you, madam, that the last time GHMC elections happened 5 years ago, it was the TRS that trounced Majlis in Old City. We won 5 seats. We came second in 12 seats, and ultimately we won 99 seats. The fact is, BJP had only won 4, and we had won 99, and MIM had won 44. So it was us who stopped the juggernaut of MIM in the Old City, not them.
Will you be able to stop their juggernaut this time as well?
Absolutely. In fact, I'm hoping we'll do an encore, and in fact maybe win more seats in Old City, so that we'll show them their place as well.
The BJP says that one of the main reasons why they have been able to manage or get a stronghold in the city is because TRS has decimated Congress, and it is this is the general perception that they have been trying to put out, along with the Hindutva and communally charged campaigns that they've come up with.
Well, I have no interest in what BJP's analysis on the existing political situation is. I am only interested in ensuring that the people of Hyderabad support us on the election on the 1st of December. BJP can say a number of things, but I'll only ask them one question. What have you done for Hyderabad? The people of Hyderabad should vote for you. What can you do? Can you promise a 1 lakh crore package to Hyderabad? Possibly not. Can you promise anything substantive? Probably not. So therefore, why should Hyderabad vote for you when you haven't done anything in the last 6 years and when you're not going to do anything in the next 5 years either?
Mr. Ketia, my last question. UP has passed a law against love jihad, and BJP says that if voted to power, they are also going to bring a similar law in Hyderabad and Telangana.
This is what is called as Mungeri Lal ke Haseen Sapne. So therefore, let BJP dream on of coming to power. The elections are, I think, about 3 years away. We'll answer that question. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.